We're rolling.
Good evening, America. Welcome to Power to Thrive. I'm Dale Campbell, here with my buddy Cliff Blodgett. We have a great episode for you today, but before we get started, hit the subscribe button. We need subscribers. Actual facts is what we're going to give you on every doggone episode, and you already know it. So come on, we're going to make it pop off. Let's go, America. And when you say Power to Thrive 3 times, it feel like there's nothing you can do. You can climb a mountain, you might jump over the damn moon. But anyway, what do you say about it, Cliff? Will Diddy get off?
So, we know this man been getting off, but we're talking about, is he going to get convicted or not? Because we know he been getting off. And that's a good question. What do you think, Dale? You think they're going to nail this sucker, or you think he's going to get off?
When you look at the accusations, that's presented against him, and it's just unbelievable on the accusation about the men, the women, the children, the sex trafficking. How is it possible for him to overcome and beat it? I have no idea.
I think the only way he could overcome this is if he has like serious blackmail, Jeffrey Epstein style, on multiple people. And even Jeffrey Epstein, that wasn't enough. And so if he does have that kind of blackmail power, then the question really should be, is he going to make it through, or is he going to, quote unquote, commit suicide? Because if he really does have dirt on extremely powerful people, then he probably won't even make it through this trial. Or he'll get convicted, and then a little while later he'll commit suicide. So that's one question. And then the racketeering charges, they don't depend on a single witness. The racketeering charges, they're looking for a pattern of behavior within his organizations. And if they can establish this pattern of behavior, then he's gone. So any individual witness can check out, and they can still establish this a pattern of racketeering behavior. So I don't think it looks very good for the guy. I did an AI analysis of the whole case, and the AI was trying to be extremely conservative. And it was saying that he has maybe a 30% chance of getting off. I don't even think it's that. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not sure on that, but I have a question for you about something. Where does that put his kids in this case, far as information on what they know and what they don't know?
Oh, I thought you meant the kids he was abusing. Because I'm not a criminal, psycho, pedophile, sex maniac. I don't know exactly, would a person like him involve their children in this stuff? Is he alleged to be involving his own kids in it?
This is my thoughts. If you really look back at the stuff they allegedly saying he's done, you damn near can't put nothing past him. What the hell? You trafficking kids, you flying them from different places, forcing them to have sex, and you drugging these people.
Yeah, I'm looking at the allegations, and it's like girls and male-on-male abuse, 17-year-old male from some reality show, filing suit on separate incidents for rape and assault of grown men. And I know these people were sick. 9-year-old boy was allegedly abused at Bad Boy Records. 10-year-old boy was drugged and sexually assaulted, or that's the allegation. Then girls, just 13-year-old girl was alleged to be raped by Combs and Jay-Z. 16-year-old babysitter. It just goes on. And that's not even including the adult women.
He takes Cassie. Apparently they're in a hotel and something goes wrong to where he's beating her. He's kicking her in the hallway of a hotel, and you like, what the hell? So a day later, he goes back and he say, "Oh, I apologize. I was in a dark place. I wasn't in my right frame of mind." And I guess he thinks that's going to excuse what he just did brutally to a woman. A woman.
I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna put a cap in somebody's head and then tell them I was in a dark place. I didn't really mean it, and see if that flies.
And so here we are, day 1 of the P. Diddy trial, and I'm just assuming tomorrow or a week from now maybe you're gonna have day 2, but it's gonna make headlines, and you have a lot of celebrities, even ones we don't even know about, that's probably scared and nervous, don't know what to do, probably leaving the country because they don't know if he's gonna rat on them or what the case may be. So it's gonna be very interesting on following this whole case out and see what happens on far as his conviction.
Talking about that, I was asking the AI what the similarities between this case and the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. I just see a whole lot of similarities between the two, except for the Jeffrey Epstein was way more high profile, involving presidents and people like Bill Gates and Donald Trump. So it was no big wonder that Jeffrey Epstein came up dead. And he also involving Israeli intelligence organizations and the CIA, and ties into all kinds of stuff with Jeffrey Epstein. But I'm wondering how much blackmail was involved in the Diddy case, whether Diddy has tapes and was involved in blackmail.
He was. In fact, news studies say he's got multiple tapes of all this stuff you just talked about. It's just time gonna tell on how it all plays out. And for the 30% him being not convicted versus 70%, I don't know about that part of it, but I don't think it looks good for him.
No, if they don't convict him, I think he'll end up dead. So I think the chance that he won't get convicted and he won't end up dead, that's a low chance as far as I can see. Yeah. With Epstein, they supposedly got all these tapes. Nobody's ever seen the damn tapes. But then you had all these people like Bill Clinton and Bill Gates and all this stuff that were flying to his island all the time and involved in this whole thing. And so it's no wonder that those tapes pretty much disappeared. With Diddy, if he's got tapes on people, they may not have the kind of pull that a president of the United States has. And so maybe they can't suppress it. Maybe with Diddy, this stuff will come out.
Diddy, he's got them on tape. He's got every one of them on tape. And most of them don't even know they was on tape, of course. But he done that because he can hold that over your head to say, hey, if you say something, or if you go to trial, right, or if you try to be a witness, don't forget about what I can do to you if you do. You know what I mean? So if I was you, I'd probably leave town or do whatever you got to do. But it's something like that, I guarantee you.
But the feds, if they seized all that stuff, that changes the whole ball game. So I guess they don't know whether they got all of it or not. It depends on whether he was smart enough to. But the whole thing doesn't seem that intelligent to me. So the idea that he would squirrel away evidence somewhere, I'm not too sure about that, because this stuff just seemed like it's all haphazard that he was doing. There was just too many holes in it. It was like almost an inevitability that this guy was going to get busted.
Well, let me tell you what I think. He had the billionaire syndrome. You can't touch me. He goes over there to an island where Russell Simmons, which he has a situation, but they can't touch him on this particular place he's at. And Puff Daddy was over there with him, and he told him, hey, don't go back to the States, which he did. He goes to New York, goes and get in a hotel. Soon as he gets situated, guess what happens? SWAT, FBI, you name it. They come and get him. When he could have stayed over there because he had the money to do it, of course. But he felt, since he was big, that he couldn't be touched. Now look.
Right, so he felt like he could just do whatever with impunity.
Exactly.
Jeffrey Epstein, that stuff was more hush-hush. Jeffrey Epstein was on the down low with these high-profile people. He wasn't having publicly known freak-offs where he was damn near sending invitations out. So this was like a train wreck that was just waiting to happen.
Listen, Cliff, they had, what's the comedian name? I forget his name. Anyway, he goes to one of Puff's parties, and he just happened to open the door, and he looks and he says, oh my God, what the hell? What the hell is going on in here? It's all guys doing their damn thing, you know what I mean?
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a wild deal with him, and it's really upsetting on him being a mogul as he was in the music industry to becoming this, I don't know what you want to call him, to where he's a monster. Depraved,
degraded. That's just depraved behavior. But if you listen to a lot of the records that are coming out now, that's what you're hearing. In a huge part of the music coming out, I kind of lost taste for the whole music industry for that reason, because of the depraved stuff that sells, and you try to do something decent and it doesn't sell. And so a lot of it falls on the general public because they just suck that depraved stuff up. Because if you listen to what they're talking about in the music, it's a lot of stuff that Diddy was doing. So the whole society's rotten out. Yeah, rotten to the core.
It's rotten to the core, and like I say, let's just put our seatbelts on and see what day two brings us on this trial, and see what happens. So, you got any last thoughts on this, Cliff?
Nope, just get your popcorn and get ready for the roller coaster ride because this is going to be a good one.
Get your popcorn, America. Sit back, put your seatbelts on. Keep in mind, power to thrive. Like I said, if you're having a good situation, a bad situation, say power to thrive 3 times. I guarantee you think you could jump over the moon or climb Mount Rainier. That's what we bring, empowerment to power to thrive. Go get that book, Plant Based. America, we'll see you on the next episode.